So listen now. These people out drunk, driving drunk, backing up, reverse drunk. And I guess they think because they can put on a little black dress, comb your hair and put on a little makeup and drive BMW that you must be somebody. Oh, I can't stand entitled people either. Listen, I'm an equal opportunity. I'm going to call you out on your BS. Whether you're a poor person trying to put your hat too high and out there robbing people, or you're an inconsiderate, right? Drunk, getting behind the wheel of a vehicle, endangering people's lives on our roadways, assaulting people verbally and pushing them and wanting to fight them. If this guy's friends weren't upstairs watching this and coming downstairs, this little guy was actually going to assault them. Well, I got to tell you all about him because it turns out that he is a first class jackass of the day. Let me be very clear, right? We need to stop tolerating foolishness in this country at all levels. So let me identify who these people are. And I'll be doing so for the first time this morning on this program. And then afterwards, y'all can go back and read the story that we're going to be putting up on the website. Now, when I first look at this woman, she looks Asian. So I said, she looks a little Asian to me, but I mean, I actually thought maybe she was Filipino mixed with Caribbean, because you can tell she's not straight. Like she's not straight like anything Asian. There's some kind of African mixture in there. So I'm thinking, she looks like she could be Filipino, African, Caymanian mix up, or Jamaican, Chinese, some mix up in there. Yeah. Well, she mixed up all right. Mixed up keeping the wrong kind of company. Because she one of them that love white man, whether they're drunk or not. And bunch of fools. So her name is Penny. Apparently she's a Caymanian. Caymanians come in all shapes, sizes, and colors too, child. She's a Caymanian named Penny. Hold on here now. Let me get the last name when I get the photo of her friend. We're going to get him too. So Penny, people had to look at her pictures good before they came to the conclusion that was her. So there he is, all sauced up and drunk as a skunk. And Penny was looking very well sauced up too, trying to defend her drunken boyfriend. So she's getting aggressive, trying to push people out of the way. Get away from the car. Because they were trying to make a speedy getaway. The irony of this situation is, remember, was it last week that I was talking about that lawyer that went to brunch at I think it was the Ritz-Carlton actually, and then left drunk after having champagne all day long and ran into someone, almost killed them on West Bay Road down by the one of the crosswalks. And the judge said, he already had one DUI that was just sitting there pending in the prosecution, their slackness, hadn't done anything about it. And had they done something, he would have had his license taken away and he should have been driving that day. That could have very well have been prevented. This is Penny Levy, one of her own Caymanians. Wow. I don't know who you be, Penny. But again, no brought up sin, no shame, far as I'm concerned. This is her looking a little bit better than in that photo there. Penny Smith, I think she might be going by these days. And somebody's saying that she had them fix up their house and didn't pay them. I'm not surprised. Listen, just because somebody look good and they can have a few nice pieces of jewelry and nice clothes and drive around a BMW, that does not mean that they're anybody of value. They're not good people. Because I'm going to tell you something else about the boyfriend now. Hold on. Him and his drunkenness. You see him there? Who do you think this man is? When I heard this story, I was saying to the young man who had his car hit, you know, I bet you anything in this world. He is a professional lawyer, doctor, something. And the reason why he didn't want you to call the police is because he was drunk as a skunk, just like the other lawyer, running people over in the road and trying to hide. He would have blew God knows what number. Now, RCIPS, are y'all paying attention to me this morning? Because I have a message for your officers who showed up to the scene. They were very lackadaisical. Didn't take a proper statement. No description of the individuals, nothing. You know what they did? When the person called them to the scene, they're interrogating that person. Oh, we need to see your license, your insurance, your this, your that. When did you buy the car? Why is it transferred in your name yet? He's not the problem, you know. Yes, you check those things, but why weren't you as vigilant about asking questions on the other side? Right? Of who did this? Huh? Oh, we'll be back on shift in 4 days. Just wait till we get back. Do they recognize that? I don't know if Cayman doesn't use something called an all points bulletin. A drunk man just hit 2 people in a parking lot and has left, and y'all don't put out an APB and track him down, run that license plate and go to his residence right then and there and force him to take a breathalyzer test? Why not? This is the slackness that I do not comprehend with the police. You come back in 4 days, what exactly are you going to be arresting him for? It can't be for DUI, because if you never got the breathalyzer test, any lawyer worth their salt is like, no, Bobo. You can't blow 4 days later and get results on what happened Friday night. Track him down and arrest him then and there. Oh, no, we'll be back on shift in 4 days. We'll talk to you then. No request for information on him, what they looked like, what they're wearing, what they were doing. Nothing from these officers, you know. This is why people think, RCIPS, that your officers are Keystone cops and a bunch of jokers, because of that type of response to an incident at the scene. So now you're going to arrest him for leaving the scene of an accident? He was drunk as a skunk. Eyewitnesses, but you need that blood test or that breathalyzer to be able to charge him with that. How are you going to make this man go out there on these streets and kill somebody else, or to kill someone? Yo, you're talking about crime prevention? I scratches my head on a regular basis because I wonder, do the police have a real concept of crime prevention? Their response to these things is pivotal in the moment. So, Penny Levy, Smith, whatever your current name is, you now have been exposed. Yes? Disgraceful. Go pay your bills, girl. People listening to you saying how you're so dishonest. Her name is Verna Davis Smith. Well, I don't know what name she's going by. You better try and check her ID, because everybody knows Penny. So figure that one out. Either way, Smith, you got some bills out there that apparently people are messaging. Somebody said, man, look like he could be her father. You got some bills out there that you need to be sorting out. Now, As suspected, this man, I knew he was in a position. Believe me when I tell you, nobody didn't have to tell me why he didn't want the police to be called. You know what you must do? Stay home and don't drink and drive. Stop being a drunk and sloppy out in the streets. That's what you should do. Instead, you're out there endangering people's lives, sir. Now, he's in a work permit and he needs to go. And I will make no bones about it. Here he is, folks. Allow me to introduce you to Dr. Robertus Hilgers. Forgive me if I'm mispronouncing any portion of his name, but that is him on a more sober day, I hope. See him in his lab coat, nice tie and shirt, driving and drinking on the roads of the Cayman Islands. What a shame. Hitting people in the parking lot and refusing to stay until the police come because you got something to hide. Because only God knows what your blood alcohol reading would have been. Here's the best part. You want to know where he works? Well, he works for the School of Medicine. I can't make this ish up. I'm just reporting on it. He works for the School of Medicine, an assistant professor of pharmacology. Ay. Caramba. Dr. Hilgers received his PhD degree in pharmacology at the University of Maastricht in the Netherlands, wherever the hell that is. He has extensive academic research experience in the field of vascular biology, studying small artery vasculoreactivity. His research has been published in many peer-reviewed scientific journals, including Hypertension and Science Translational Medicine. Dr. Hilgers' research interests are mechanisms of endothelial dysfunction that result in cardiovascular complications such as hypertension, arteriosclerosis, myocardial infarction. And he's the reviewer of the American Journal of Hypertension and the American Journal of Physiology. In addition to being a researcher, Dr. Hilgers has academic teaching experience in the fields of pharmacokinetics, physiology, and pharmacology. Well, good for you. Good for you that you have all of this expertise and you've been published and yada, and you've got 1 or 2 faculty recognition awards, blah, blah, blah. Well, you're still a drunk. Myocardial infarction is a heart attack. Yes. You're still a drunk, sir, based on the evidence that we have before us today. That's you. Looking sloppy. That's you. Not looking sloppy. Sloppy, not sloppy. Sloppy, not sloppy. Sloppy, not sloppy. Somebody says today he's getting a PhD in jackassology. So this is the 2 of them, folks. What a mess. I tell you. Like I said, I don't make the news up. I just bring it to y'all. You can imagine these 2. Wow. They truly have some nerve, if you ask me. Penny Levy Smith, or whatever your name is. You and your little friend here have got to do better. You don't get to go out on our streets and behave as how you have, honey child. Not on our watch. This is just disgusting. Wow. Getting out of your car, getting aggressive. You lucky that I wasn't somebody else who'd have punched you in your eye. Trying to fight people. Just because you were a man who claimed he got money. Tell him he needs to pay his bills too, because listen to what he did. Y'all ready for this? Boy, I tell you, Sam, they can get some information, you know. Ease and peace. I know what y'all thinking right now. Somebody sitting in East End tapping their foot going, boy, she can get the goods on these people. I don't know how she does it. Well, The good doctor, he doesn't like to pay his bills either. Wow. Yes, sir. Turns out about 2 weeks ago, he was down at Macabuca. That's in West Bay, in case you don't know. And he lives in the vicinity, apparently, walking distance. I hope he was walking, not driving that night. He literally slapped the credit card machine out of the manager's hands and took off running so he didn't have to pay his bill. What? This now, let's talk about the other side of the equation here, is what we are importing in to Cayman? No, Bobo. We can't get rid of Levy because unfortunately she's a Caymanian. I hope she got a UK passport and can go somewhere else. But him, he's on a work permit, don't want to pay his bills that he can go and drink up big time tab, doesn't want to pay it, and then slapping the credit card machine out the manager's hand. He lucky. He lucky that manager wasn't a Caymanian. He would pelt him in the back of the head with that card machine. I'm just saying. I bet you that manager not Caymanian because that would not quite have gone so. He's being described as a menace to the island, always intoxicated and always drunk. Wow. And this is who we bring in. St. Matthew's University, where y'all at this morning? Y'all need to do a better job at recruiting, it seems like to me. Anybody works at St. Matthew's University? They never answers the phone, honey child. That's one thing I noticed about them. They do not answer the phone. I don't know why, but we tried calling them before about some of their staff. Well, their admissions office is in Orlando, according to this, and they don't respond to emails and they don't answer the phone. Let me see if we can get them on the phone this morning. Let's call the 407 number. See if anybody can answer the phone. Because we want to know how they're importing this caliber of individual into the Cayman Islands, or do they even know what's going on here?
In Orlando, Florida. For our name directory, please press 1.
Yes.
For our admissions department, please press 2. For our clinical group, please press 3.
Let's see.
For financial aid, please press 4. For the registrar, please press 5. Thank you for calling St. Matthew's University.
Let's see if we can reach anybody.
Please wait while we connect your call.
Okay. Nice little music. Let's see how long we're going to be in hold for. In the meantime, we'll read some comments. We need a number. Hold on. Oh, we have a number for the dean? Oh, honey child. Oh, hold on. We're not fooling with them overseas people. They don't know what's going on here. Oh, we have a number for the dean at St. Matthew's. Oh, I love y'all so much. Y'all are just the best at getting me everything I need right at my fingertips, honey child. Oh, yeah. Let's call the right number now. Hold on, you know. Oh, let's give them a call.
Hello.
Hi, good morning, Dr. Bazu.
Yes, speaking.
It's Sandra Hill from Cayman Mall Road. How are you?
Okay, Sandra.
Okay, good. You're actually live on radio now, so let me disclose that. I just wanted to ask you a question to see if you were aware that one of your faculty, Dr. Robertus Hilgers, was involved in a hit and run incident on Friday, and he was featured on our publication on Saturday.
I'm sorry, Sandra, I'll be unable to comment on this.
Okay. Just theoretically speaking, when you find out that your staff are involved in this type of situation, what action can we expect to be taken? I mean, we would like to see this person removed from the Cayman Islands because apparently he's going around not paying his bills, assaulting managers at Macabuca, always drunk and messy all over the place. And I'm sure you can understand how this does not reflect well on the university there that you're, the dean of.
I have a class to go now. I'm sorry that I cannot continue this meeting.
Okay. All right. Well, Dr. Bazu, we hope you can get it together because this is not a good reflection in St. Matthew's University at all. Can I email you perhaps for he don't hang up the phone, honey child. I was going to say, can I email him for an official response? Can we get his email address? No, sir. Now all of a sudden he got class. Class, Maya. Class. No, sir. Poor him. There he is. Good old doctor. I hope they take some action because they need to. We don't need this caliber of individual here. Listen, we got enough Caymanian riffraff around the place. Unfortunately, we can't really deport them anywhere. Trust me, I would love to. Okay, we got to try and work with them. But when y'all have the audacity to import people like Robertus Hilgers, okay, and then Penny Levy-Smith can get with him and make this an even hotter mess than it already is, come on now. Penny, you need to have better pride in yourself. Just because he's a white man don't mean he's special. And I know that's your flavor of coffee, but I'm just saying. I like white chocolate too, I'm going to admit to it. Not a whole lot of people know about white chocolate, but hey, dark chocolate. What's the other chocolate called? But white chocolate is nice too. I don't discriminate. I like the rainbow colors all over the place. But just because it's white don't mean it right. And in this case, I think you could have found somebody a little bit better than this one. Just because he got a couple of dollars don't mean that he's not drunk and he's not sloppy and assaulting people. And if he really had a couple of dollars, you guys would be paying your bills. You would be paying the workers that you owe for the work that they've done for you. And he wouldn't be running out on his bills either. Dr. Bazu, we're going to be emailing you for a formal statement if you wish to give one before we publish the story on CMR outing these people. Y'all need to do better. Penny Levy and Dr. Robertus Hilgers. Shameful on the both of you. I tell you. What a heat. And imagine, it's only Monday morning, y'all. At this rate, things are going to be so hot for Thursday and Friday. I don't know what y'all going to do to contain yourselves. Ay, caramba. All right, let me read some of your comments this morning. Johan has finally woken up. Good morning, Senor Johan. The community is alert of CMR and calls live on air. He's laughing. Damien says he beating around the bush. Child, he not even beating around the bush. He was so shocked. He's like, I need to run and go teach a class. Now he know he not got no class to teach. Child, please. He not got no class at 10 o'clock in the morning. Liar. K-Jap says both of them make this marvelous concoction called disaster. Anthony says all chocolate, not the same now, honey child. Why isn't white chocolate as popular, you think, as the other variety? I like a white chocolate. I'm just telling y'all. It ain't bad. Dawn says, Sandy, all we have to do is just love you. Well, I guess that even to that is optional, honey child. But hey, it is what it is. Cameron says, we love you too, child. El Ray says exactly. They know who he was. Hence the 20 questions to the person reporting the incident. Expat privilege. Leroy says, always hard to get St. Matthew's when I used to deliver from Let's Eat. They gotta be eating some cold hard truth now though. K-Jap says, so there's a pattern of bad behavior from this wonderful human being. My God. Yes. You know, these persons tend to be very entitled individuals. I mean, I've seen it from all walks of life. But yes, that's why we refer to them, generally speaking, as a narcissist, because they're entitled. You can imagine backing into somebody's car, and then you're telling them and you're demanding to them, oh, they can't call the police. And it's not a big deal. You're just going to walk away. You're not even offering to fix the man's car, you know? No, we don't need the police. I'm just going to leave. And then you take off like a bat out of hell in the parking lot, pushing his friend down and almost killing other people. Sir, you should be fired immediately this morning. Dean, what Dean name is again? Bazu. If you didn't know before, which I suspected everybody saw him on Mall Road, knew exactly who he was. Now you know, and you should take immediate action. Fire him, deport him, or cancel that work permit so he can leave the Cayman Islands forthwith. Miss Sue, they have these glowing academic and professional resumes, you see. We don't know the man. This is it. Of course we let them in because they look good on a piece of paper. It's more than about looking good on a piece of paper. Okay? They get glowing references. So when they come here, we don't know what a big jackass they really are. And that this is the kind of behavior that they engage in. Sonita says he's soon become a status holder. Not on my watch, he's not. No, honey child. Some heads would have to roll on that front. Miss Rosemary, good morning to you, my darling. How you doing, honey child? She says a doctor? He's an alcoholic? What a mess. Not supposed to be working here at Cayman. We got enough homegrown here. We don't need to import ones too. Yeah, well, as you saw earlier, we got a lot of homegrown hot mess. Cameron says Indiana Jones needs to take Sandy with him on his expeditions. Jim says there are airlines to send him off. Yes, we can have a sending away party, but it better be alcohol free because he look like he got a little problem with the alcohol. So we're not going to be encouraging his habits, his bad habits. So Phineas says, Sandy, you're killing me this morning. Oh, Lord, killing me softly. Vanessa says the RCAPS, there are jokes. My God. Sonita says Cayman's new motto, he's founded upon the cash. Nothing will happen to him while here. Oh, yeah. You can imagine. Miss Sue says, OMG, another one? Yep. Miss Judy says, it's disgraceful so bad, says Sue McLaughlin. Cameron says, have you found out who the officers were? They need to be put on blast too. Unfortunately not. But, you know, police management, come on now. You only treat these guys a little bit better than this. Jonathan, good morning, Jonathan, says one can surmise that a call was made to protect that man from breath test, arrest, and prosecution. It is evidence of not only a heinous and intentional dereliction. Oh God, I can't get the word out. Hold on. Dereliction? Is it spelled right? Of duty, but also institutionalized corruption. There's no other viable reason or excuse that he was not tracked down and held accountable. None whatsoever. Well, I have to agree. I'm wondering. Penny says he was stopped. Why the? That's it. Penny, something's wrong with that. He's older than your grandfather, thanks to filters and facelifts, says Monica. What? Cameron says Sandy's on a match. Too much slackness in RCAP. You better believe that. Penny, are you the Penny that's in that picture? You better identify yourself with a last name, honey child. Because right now the name Penny is like the name Karen. You probably don't want the name. Morning, Miss Carol. RD says it's the colonial way. It was some local, the police would have dug him out of a crab hole to get a chase against him. You tell no lie, RD. You tell no lie. Friends, look out for friends, says Cayman Detailing. Lack of proper training, says Shaka Zulu. Shaka Zulu. Oh, Cameron says that was too much work for them, Sandy. Yeah, we putting them under pressure to do their job. Imagine. Jim says, cut people off if they appear intoxicated or feel they're serve them too much alcohol. Oh, speaking about the bars, bartenders, business owners with the right to serve alcohol should be held accountable as well. If these people are outside the bars, I mean, do we have that law here? I know that was passed in the States. But I don't know if we have that legislation here at all. Because the bartender's not gonna do it. They're gonna tell you, oh well, I thought that they're going to call a tab or tax it. Listen, we need to do better. When y'all see people walking out and half of them can barely walk, drunk as a skunk, y'all need to do better. So Phineas says, I know that lady. She's always cool. Well, tell her if she's so cool that cool people pay their bills. I'm just saying. Cool people. You want to be cool in school? Yeah, you pay your bills. Amanda says herself always drunk. She used to love Royal Palms. Only white man is her type, I've heard. And like I said, I'm not knocking her for liking white chocolate. That's a choice, I guess, that probably speaks more about her insecurities than anything else. But make her go right ahead and like white chocolate. Them Levy's, they're from Bordentown, right? Mm-hmm. I've noticed a lot of Bordentowners seem to have a little bit of a issue with self-love. So that manifests itself in that they don't love Black people. They don't love their own. But we're not going to have that discussion today. That's complicated. As they say, these young people say, their status on social media, it's complicated. My status is complicated. Her preference is complicated. But there's a lot of fine-looking white men out there, honey child, that got money, that are good people. They're not drunk and sloppy and not hitting the manager at Macabuca because they don't want to pay the bill. They pay their bills and they don't hit people in the parking lot and they don't drive drunk. And then they don't need you and your drunkenness to be getting out of the car trying to attack people like you're a damn fool. Because I can tell you one thing, Penny, you're a lucky woman. Because a lot of people are not going to care if you're a woman or not. You get up in their face. You look at her. Can barely get out the car. Look at her. She look well. So look. Can barely get out. The skirt split so high. Plus she tipsy. Can barely get up. Right? Getting out in people's face. She lucky somebody didn't tap her in her head. Give her one of them Bordentown slaps. Then she would know something. 0 bars hit different, says Leroy. White chocolate is too sweet, says Rena. What you see? White chocolate too sweet. Jerry-Ann, good morning. How are you? She laughing. Lord have mercy. Arrogant, says Jim. Sophia says white chocolate eats anything and they just as fool. Good morning to Emma. How are you? Have a beautiful day. Strong Will says, hey, Sandy, she will marry him. Oh, so he can stay K-Man, but she fooler than him? Oh, God, he can be jobless, honey child. You only want him for the money. It can't be for any bullets he carrying in his pants because they barely firing. Pa-ping, pa-ping. They're not going nowhere. So we know for sure that can't be the attraction. And I hear nothing about men from the Netherlands being wonderful lovers. I'm just saying. Oh, Lord have mercy. What a heat. Sir. When the money gone, she gonna disappear too. Y'all don't worry about that. He can't buy her drinks no more. Cameron says this is why you should always have on wampas and carry a smoke pan if you're planning on finding yourself on Mall Road. Caller, happy Monday to you.
And to you too, Sandy, and to you. Shouldn't he not be reported to the medical board?
Well, here's the problem now. This is why it's important that the police actually do their job. Had they actually arrested him that night and given him a breathalyzer and he'd actually been convicted of a DUI, then the medical board probably could do something. These fools that sit on the medical board, the MDC council, I doubt they're going to be like, oh, legally we can't do nothing. Yeah, we have video footage of him, but we can't do nothing. That'll be where they stand. Now, he's not a practicing physician. So I don't even know if he's licensed by them because he's just a professor at the college. So I kind of think there's probably a loophole there where he's not, you know, I don't think the medical board has to, you know, approve people who are just here for academic reasons. So he's a faculty member. Oh, yes. And somebody clarifies that he's a PhD, not a medical doctor. So the medical board, we can't hold them accountable for this hot mess of a situation. His employers, it's going to fall on his employers to do the right thing.
I hope so before he damaged somebody seriously or kill somebody. And this Penny lives right 3 houses up above me on Northwest Point, on Northwest Point Road.
Please tell her to pay her bills. People looking for her.
No, she wouldn't speak. She doesn't speak to me, and me, I'm not white.
Oh, okay. What a hot mess.
Yeah.
For her, honey, child.
If these things can slip us by, what is next? What is next? Yep. Anyway,
sound like you got a little tickle in your throat, so I hope you feel better.
Yes, it is. I do have. I think it's a flu, but I'm not feeling all that sick as yet.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you, though. Thank you very much, and thank you for taking my call.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
You too.
All right, my dear.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right. Take some honey and lime, honey chill. Jonathan says, rules for thee, not rules for me. That's the reality of life across the board here in Cayman Islands. Not anymore, Bobo. Not anymore. CMR is going to even the playing field around you. Like Cameron said, you better get them wampers on. Johan says CMR is the Cayman Islands Detective Agency. How come when locals are arrested and charged for possession of herb, it's a major event and scandal, but persons or celebrities fly into the Caymans and it's all hush-hush. Then they get rushed through the system, pay a fine, and continue with their vacation. This is unacceptable and subtle corruption, in my opinion. Well, Johan, that's not happening around here no more. We're exposing them all. Go look on the website. Remember the self-entitled narcissistic dentist that was breaching all kind of COVID protocols? We would not have known anything about it. Nothing whatsoever. Go look him up if CMR did not report on it. Remember him? Yes. Let me look and see if I can find him now. This is back in November of 2020. They were only fined $1,000 because their slack legislators were doing nothing. Oh, yeah, we got to increase the COVID fine, blah, 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 blah. And these people come here, they were jumping fence, hoodwinking the security guard, going out for dinner, taking strolls on the beach when the rest of us was locked up to high heaven. They were breaching every protocol, talking about they're here to sell their highfalutin condo. I don't care why you here. And then after the fact, trying to bribe CMR, but we'll donate to a charity of your choice, because they know they couldn't come with a direct bribe, honey Jill. We'll donate to a charity of your choice. I tell them, oh, really? Hear me now. How much money you gonna donate? I want to hear what they think of me and my value. $1,000 US. I almost spit out my water that day. I'm like, listen, I could wipe my you-know-what with $1,000 US. Not no money around ya. To give to charity? Y'all stupid or what? I said, please. I said, listen. The stories of the young Caymanians, as Johan, at least that part, right? When they get in trouble, their stories are right. Yes, so. They get put up on the website. They can't come to Auntie Sandy and tell me, can you take it down? Because I say, no, honey, Jill. So sorry for you. Macfield, McLean, Ebanks, Solomons, all the locals. Sorry for you. So just because you're an expat, don't think that your ish don't stink and you're not going to be named as well. But you see, when you look at the history of these individuals, he's from Quebec. He is a menace. Always doing the most. Dr. Pascal Terjanian. Yep. Think they can buy their way out of everything and then insult me talking about $1,000 donation. That was an insult. I was like, really? You're all ridiculous. All right. Johan says, "Okay, mankind for some. What about one standard applicable for all?" Well, that's the motto that we are going to be operating, that we are not going to be 6 years in. And that's our motto. I don't care who you is. I don't care how much money you make, what you got in your bank account, what you don't have in your bank account. That's neither here nor there to me. I do not care. Okay. Answer these police officers dunce bad, some of them, without a doubt. Donovan says, "Sandy, he's a bullet not firing." Well, the money talks, child. That's all I can tell you. Hello, Valerie. Good morning. All right, Damien. Okay. So, Penny, you owe these people an apology. Please have your boyfriend go and fix the car that he damaged on Friday night. Also, the people that you owe money to, please, they would like for you to pay them. They've done a job, and now they expect you to pay. That's normally what happens in the real world, right? Okay. You have contractors come to your house, they work for you, then you need to pay. So, go pay your bills, honey. Down. All right. Let me see now. What are the messages we got coming in? Davis Smith. That her name that she's going by now. What is houses? The houses in West Bay that you fix up? Please, Penny, don't get featured on CMR now for not paying your bills, because that'll be another feature story.